Alright folks, welcome back to the Pokemon Shield playthrough, and we're just talking to Sonia. We're here for the gym challenge, that's what we are here for. But anyway, we are about to head on over to Motostoke's gym, well, Motostoke Stadium, in order to sign up for the gym challenge, with the ceremony being on for the next day. And that's what we're going to be doing, is getting ourselves signed up for the gym challenge. Ooh, therapeutic shopping. We've already got our, our fashion done. Now we'd be able to get our hair done. So Francesca stands out from the original design of Gloria, the girl avatar for Pokemon Gen 8. Right, let's do our hair, shall we? Alright, so let's see what we want, what look we want for the rest of this playthrough. Well, medium curls? Nah. Pixie cut might be too much Tracer, a bit too much like Tracer. We'll just have a look. Why not we'd go for long and straight, because you know what? It's a girl's look. And now we're not going to go for, bangs. Let's not go for bangs. We'll go for a not-bang look. Let's see. Pink hair. Ew, that would definitely suit her. No, Francesca. Knowing what Francesca looks like. Red hair, that's too stereotypical. Let's go for pink, shall we? Long and straight, no fringe, and pink hair colour. There! Yeah! Much like it. Much better. Yep, we'll have our, our knitted cap still on. We'll probably change it a little bit later, though. And you also get the choice to reprint your league card as well. That's fantastic. Okay, let's have a look at our league card and see how much better, how good it looks. There, much better. That's the much better. We'll use that. We'll be changing clothes for the rest of the playthrough, but for the rest of the playthrough, we'll keep the glasses and the long hair, pink hair. That'll be fantastic for Francesca, just to give her a bit of identity. Alright, so let's get over to Motostoke Stadium in order to get signed up for this gym challenge, shall we? We're on our way and... Huh? Charizard? Oh, and Leon as well? Oh, of course you still get lost, Leon. You and your sense of direction. Yes, I'm becoming a trainer worthy of the endorsement. Oh, a piece of charcoal. What can I do with that? Boost the power of fire type moves. Yep, that's right. We're going to give it to, of course, Ashens. Right, just before we go up that lift, let's give that... I don't know what's going on with me. Let's give that piece of charcoal right to Ashens because he needs it. Because, it boosts his fire moves. So, of course, certain gyms can be able to go through with a piece of cake. Well, for those who don't know, yes, ladies and gentlemen, I also get TRs every time I do max raid battles. I'm probably most likely going to be skipping a lot of the max raid battles. Let's talk to this little bald guy. Oh, for God's sake, Top. Yeah, we're going to go for the opening ceremony. Well, you're too nervous. Well, I am got nerves of steel, yay. Yeah. I don't know what he's going on about that. Let's go get signed up, shall we? There we go. This is it. The stadium. Where we get signed up for our gym challenge. Gym trainers far and near and far. Yep, let's go get signed up. Who is this? What the fuck is this guy like? Oh my god, he's gonna. This. I think that's the douchebag. That's the douchiest douchebag I've ever seen. Anyway, let's get ourselves signed up. Well, you know what? The person with the pink, coat and the silver hair. That's the douchebag of the game. But we're gonna be introduced to him a little bit more later on in the road. Alright, so we have been registered. And of course my number uniform. The number for the uniform will be 147. A combination between numbers 14 and 17. And there's my chat, and we'll have the challenge band for this whole ceremony as well. Of course, now that we are registered, we are going to be taking ourselves into the Budew Drop Inn. We've already got our, our customization done at the moment. We're going to keep the hair and the glasses, but as in terms of clothing, we'll be putting more. Yep, I will follow you in just a bit. We'll be changing clothes. You'll be changing, Francesca's clothes later on down the line. So we'll be able to give her a bit more identity as we get into the later stages of this Let's Play. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the ball guy. Oh yes, every time I see him, with certain times, I'm probably going to be doing a Chuckle Brothers, reference to that. Kind of like how I do with my This Is How You Don't Play of Pokemon Sword. When I do that, when I edit the Let's Play of DSP's terrible Let's Play of Pokemon Gen 8. Yes, for those who don't know, yes, I will definitely be doing a Let's Endure of Pokemon Moon soon, but, well, that'll be later on down the line. Oh, how come is Sonia there already? Beating me and Hop to it. We already got ourselves registered. Well, looking at the Pokemon we encountered at the Slumbering World. And this is all about Galar's history. About the hero who once saved the Galar region. Which is, of course, when... You see, there was a black storm that was caused by a gigantic Pokemon, which was called the Darkest Day. But a hero was able to save the day while defeating the Pokemon. And in this later part of the story, we get to see more of the history of Galar and more clues about how the Darkest Day began. But we'll get to that a little bit later down the road. But, uh-oh, we got some rowdy people up for it. We got some rowdy people who, of course, are basically blocking the way. Oh my god. What a bunch of hooligans. Oh yes, this is, of course, the antagonist group we're about to battle throughout in the majority of the game, Team Yell. Team Yell, without doubt, the biggest joke of every villain out there. The villains in this game are a joke. Without doubt, they are the worst kind of villain group I have ever seen in my entire life, because they use one of the weakest ever. They use normal and dark type Pokemon. In my honest opinion, they are some of the easiest ever trainers to ever be in the game. That's definitely it, folks. Of course, we're up for our next gym challenge. We got to clear the way for every gym challenger to get themselves registered in the Budew Drop Inn. We have to clear these challengers. Clear these people out. Now, despite the fact that the Team Yell has got to have the worst ever kind of Pokemon ever, well, the worst level Pokemon ever, and because they can be, they can be taken care of in no time. Despite that, they do have one of the best villain themes ever alongside Team Skulls. I mean, in certain gems, certain villain groups are basically... some villain groups are pathetic. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's because these guys are in the way, Hop. They can't let us get registered in the Budew Drop Inn. We have to take care of them before we can be able to do such that. And they're also blocking other trainers too. We have to clear the way, Hop. So despite Hop being our rival, he does actually team up with us in certain battles. Well, mostly against Team Yell. But here's the thing, folks. If you want my honest opinion, even though Team Yell are one of the worst villains in the series, are the worst villains in the series, they do actually have epic music themes, which is pretty good. But then again, every villain group actually has good themes, though. Especially Team Rocket. But of course, but in Pokemon Let's Go, they actually do have Jesse and James from the anime as well, as well as their Meowth. Well, even though it's because Pokemon Let's Go is basically based off the anime, based off the Indigo Plateau anime. Only except this time, you don't get Misty or Brock teaming up with you, or even Ash Ketchum as well. But you do get your choice of starters depending on which game you play. And of course, Gary Oak is a gym leader, and you don't get to battle with him as often. Oh, and guess who, of course, those TBL hooligans are the fanboys and fangirls of one Pokemon trainer, Marnie. That's what they can't do. They can't show a bit of respect or restraint. Well, at least Marnie is quite respectful. And the Pokemon that's aside her is Morpeko. Of course, you can actually capture it in the wild. Yeah, they kind of get a bit too shirty though, but at least... Well, at least you're respectful though, Marnie. Deserve respect that. So out of everybody, I think Marnie is one of the best rivals of the game, but you don't get to, you know, battle with her a lot compared to Hop and many others. But now that we cleared the TBL hooligans, time to rest up for the ceremony, the gym challenge ceremony. Oh, what are you doing, Hop? Are you practicing your Pokeball yell again? Your Pokeball throw again? Your legend begins? More like my story. More like Francesca's story. Alright, so with that being done, let's get ourselves off to Motostoke Stadium to get ourselves for the opening ceremony. Well, we'll see about that, Marnie. We'll probably challenge you along the way. Okay, escort me to the escort me there, please, sir. Thank you very much. For those who don't know, these are, of course, are the Pokemon League staff, who, of course, sorry about that. Pokemon League staff who actually go across to guide you into certain areas, and of course are guarding certain areas of the gyms and the places you go to. Alright folks, there we go. This is our gym outfit. And our number is on there as well. Well, you can't partly see it because of Francesca's long hair. But the number is 147, is our personal number. Alright, time for the opening ceremony. Alright, here we go. There's everybody in the audience, and there's Chairman Rose, alongside his assistant, Olina, the vice president of the company that Chairman Rose fronts. Yep, we all know you already, Rose. Yep, that's right. The Galar Region Gym Challenge will begin, kind of like the Olympics. Now, I will admit this right now. I actually did like the 2012 London Olympics. And this basically, because Galar is based off the United Kingdom, this is basically similar to that of the 2012 Olympics. The greatest champion in history. We'll see what we could do. And we got the gym leaders to be introduced to in this opening ceremony. Think of it as the Olympic opening ceremony, except without the Olympic torch. Alright. There's the gym leaders. So we got the 7 of the 8 gym leaders. Let's introduce them. It's the Fighting Farmer, Milo. The Raging Waves, Nessa, and a waifu's dream. The Burning Man of Fire, Kaboo. The Silent Boy Mystery, Alistair. The Master of a Fantastic Theatre, Opal. The Ice Cold Professional, Melanie. And the Tamer of Dragons, Ryan. And Leon's rival and the selfie lover. And they're all but one. Well, there are 8 gym leaders, but one of them's missing from the opening ceremony. Well, we'll probably be introduced to him later on in the game, but way later on. There's Francesca going into the gym. Inside in the stadium. Introduced herself to so many... Wow, this is definitely a fantastic spectacle. Alright, so that's the end of the opening ceremony. Yep, so that's what we're going to do. Oh, there's Leon and Shaman Rose again. Yep, we all know your name. Yep, that's right. They were done by... Yep, they were given to us by Professor Magnolia. Yeah, we'll see what we're going to be doing in our gym challenge though. So, yeah, that's right. So basically, we'll see what Sharon Rose does later on in the game. But we've got to be able to start our path and start training ourselves in order to get through to all of our gym challenge. The first gym is in Turffield, so we're going to make our own way there. So this is what we're going to do. We have to collect 8 gym badges and qualify ourselves for the Pokemon League. So that's what we do. Alright, so we got to...
A few moments later.
We got to reach Turffield, but of course we have to go up against Hop again. We have to... Okay, so Hop, round 3. Oh dear. Why does he keep getting his Wooloos out? Alright, so... But, you know what's going to happen. Well, I'm going to be up for the gym challenge. It's going to be you who's going to be, you know, eating my dust. Hop. I managed to get double kick, and that's a powerful move. It's quite a good move, double kickers, but we do have better fighting moves coming up later on in the game. Yes, I already know my type matchups, but I sometimes, you know, purposely use, you know, newer, Torna. Now, Torna has to learn Electro Ball. And sometimes I use, you know, moves that are ineffective against certain types, but it's just to stop, you know, myself from missing the chance of catching them. Bomber learns Flame Wheel. Oh yes, Torna has learned a new move, which is Electro Ball. Electro Ball is basically the faster your Pokemon is, the more powerful the attack is. Flame Wheel is a pretty good attack for early levels until Flamethrower comes, and it can cause a burn as well. All right, let's test Bomber's new. Move, because I want to train my Growlithe up. You'll be seeing Growlithe in the early stages, but you'll also see him in certain later stages as Arcanine, because, you know, I sometimes, off screen, I do, of course, level up a lot of my Pokemon. I do actually grind leveling up, you know, at certain points. So if anybody sees any inconsistencies of levels compared to previous parties, it's me grinding for EXP candies, rare candies, catching Pokemon off screen and training my Pokemon off screen, you know, basically grinding levels. Unlike what Darkseid does, because Darkseid never prepares his Pokemon lineups. And he does it on screen just so that he can get fit, so he can do it on screen. And lazily doesn't even do, you know, any moves on. Lazily, like, thinks it's best to do everything on screen. A lazy way to do anything just for the sake of milking pay pigs dry. I'm not going to be too unnerved because you know what? It's time for me to use Thunder Wave. Now, Thunder Wave is another effective way of getting Electro Ball to be much more powerful because if you paralyze any Pokemon, their speed gets lowered significantly. And that's the best, and that makes Electro Ball even more powerful than ever. Just like that. Because Electro Balls are a really good attack if Pikachu is more, you know, faster than anybody else, then there's much more powerful attack. I do like Electro Ball. It's one of my favorite electric attacks. Now that we've defeated Hop, we have got our first evolution. Our Caterpie Bugsy is going to be evolving. And inevitably, it's a Metapod. Because, of course, Caterpie Metapod Butterfree has been with Pokemon since Gen 1. Alright, so it's a Cocoon Pokemon. Alright, so he's learned Harden. Oh, you give me a lead card just for beating you. Whoa! Whoa. Yeah. Oh shit! Don't even get me back to post-Wick. Honestly. Jesus Christ, Hop.
More moments later.
Alright, so now that we're on our way to Turffield, we are going to be and healed up our Pokemon. We're up on we've just encountered another blazer-wearing lass who has a Vulpix. Honestly. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'll definitely going to get Vulpix later on in the game. Because it's another good Pokemon. Because Vulpix are very good Pokemon. But considering that there are some gyms in Pokemon Shield that's Fire-type Pokemon have the upper hand, then it's really important to get that done. Alright, so Vulpix is down. Down! Ashtons and Skullkraken are up. Sorry about that, Ray, but you're still excited even though you're disappointed. Oh dear. And speaking of excitement, Ashtons is evolving as well. And what is he going to be? Well, it looks like our Skull Bunny is now up into a reboot. Stage 2 of the fire starter of Galar. Well, that's fantastic. We know that once my team starts evolving in forms, then we know my team's getting stronger. Not only in stats, but also in pure power as well. Alright, so for those who not know, yes, from this point on, I am going to be, cutting out a lot of, battles. A certain amount of battles because, and of course, from the last parts that you guys saw, I'm going to be making a raw video file, edited out, and I'm going to be commentating over it, and then I'm going to edit out anything that does not, any ends that do not, come, that any of the ends of each of the parts that my commentary doesn't reach will be, shortened down so I can be able to make the video file and put the end screen on that. So that's how I'm going to be doing this Let's Play. Think of it as like, think of it as like what I did with Sonic 06 like a few years ago. Oh, Pancham. Oh no, Circle Throw. Okay, for those who don't know, Circle Throw basically, drags a Pokemon out and has to drag another Pokemon in. It throws a Pokemon away and drags another Pokemon in. Alright, so the reason why I put my Yamper out, she made a bit of a mistake because I could be able to paralyze Pancham using Nuzzle. Pure paralysis as it says. Oh dear, Bugsy. Which one to go for? You know what? I don't think fighting. It's not effective against fighting types, but Bug Bite. Let's see how it didn't do too much damage. Not bad damage, but not too much neither. Could have used Tackle. But then again, fighting type Pokemon moves are not very good against they're not good against bug types as well. Okay, so let's do Flame Wheel. I think Ember's a bit too weak, and Bite is not very effective because it's a dark type. Oh, it nearly got rid of. It nearly stopped me. And I don't know why the paralysis didn't kick into Pancham. It's not, you know, getting fully paralyzed. That's the bad thing. I could have done. The reason why I use paralysis attacks is for, you know, just to slow the Pokemon down so I can land any hits. Oh, and Liz is up to level 14, and you've been using too much circle throws. That's why you've lost. I'm only kidding, though. All right, let's go and see what Sonia has to say. I did look real ace in the Pokemon opening ceremony. Oh, he went on ahead. He just can't stay still for a minute. What's interesting? Accompanied by Chairman Rose. A mine where they dig up ore and they fuse it into energy, kind of like a coal-fire plant. Well, unfortunately, the energy of Britain, they always use coal-fire plants and nuclear power plants instead of using, you know, renewables because they, you know, believe in dirty energy. Oh, we've got escape rope. That's very useful for escaping any dark caves. Huh. Thank you for that. Thanks for that. Okay then, let's go on our way.
15 minutes later.
Okay, so for those who are not in the know, I'm using my using those SpongeBob SquarePants time cards in order to do some transitions. But I know that's just gonna get annoying. But you know, better be safe. Better, you know, edit it with style rather than just, you know, just plain editing, because it kind of gets boring after a while. But sometimes, whenever this is the gamble of actually use, you know, shaking berry trees. You get berries and then poof, a Pokemon pops out of nowhere, so you miss your chance of getting any berries, and they take some of the berries away. Oh, and now my Metapod is evolving. Bugsy's going to evolve into Butterfree. I think it's a certain level that Caterpie evolves into Metapod, and then of course it's level 10 that Metapod evolves into Butterfree, kind of like a real caterpillar and a real, you know, cocoon that goes into a butterfly. Gust! Now that's a fantastic move. You know what? Let's get rid of Tackle. I think Gust is a good move against, you know, bugs, grass, and flying types. All the person berries are gone, but at least we got some of the berries. Oh, we got beat up. One of the TM. Now, in certain areas, you get TMs with the yellow Pokeballs are basically TM items that you need to get, that you can collect throughout the game. But you will also get TMs by defeating certain trainers and gym leaders. It's a postman! What kind of letters of victory? Postman Tad! Oh my god, it's the long-lost cousin of Postman Pat! Postman Tad, Postman Tad, Postman Tad, and his faithful daily bird. Oh, sorry, I just can't resist. But it's an ice type, so you know what that means. Fire beats ice. Sorry about that, Postman Tad. No, I can't. I'm not using Raw. I'm not going to get Raw. Postman Tad. Yeah, he was carrying your victory. Press F2 to pay respects to the Tad. Sorry about that. Sorry, I just couldn't resist, folks. Alright, so we just found another trainer's camp. Oh yes, so basically, along the way, you can all set up your own camps, and you can even find other trainer camps along the way on your journey. You can actually make curries and be able to get your Pokemon to be friendly towards you. Alright, so with that being said, I'll see you guys. We're going to end this part there, so I'll see you guys next time for when we're going to go through the mines and reach Turffield and get on our way to the first gym badge. So I'll see you guys for the 5th part of the Pokemon Shield playthrough. So, see you guys next time.